leaders out here. Very happy and very happy to be part of Annamalai University's alumni business network, which is spread across different parts of the globe. In fact, I feel very proud and to be honored to be invited for 40th series of talk session this morning. And I might be the youngest to be invited for the talk series, I think. And I feel that I'm also, I think like I have been watching you people for the last 15-20 minutes actually. So I really felt like I am also an alumni of Annamalai University. So you made it be very, very delighted, and I felt very happy about it since because you all are, gel like anything. And I feel very happy about it, first of all. I'd like to congratulate every one of you, all the business leaders, all great inspirations spread across the country and spread across the globe, for inviting such people for delivering talks about different perspectives about the journeys, about the learnings which they had in their life. And I should really thank every one of you for inviting me to this wonderful webinar. And I would like to take so many, inputs, so many thought process, so many suggestions from you people, because you are too experienced. You have crossed many failures. You have come across many criticisms. You have come across many problems, in fact. And today we're all successful. It's all because of passion, I think. So that is what we youngsters are traveling together. But I don't mean that you are not an youngster, but still, I just wanted to convey that as an youngster, we have been coming across many problems, in fact. And although at very early stages, when we started our journey, it was really tough. Obviously, I wanted to talk about the rise of an entrepreneur. So each and every entrepreneur who comes, who starts his or her journey from the age of 18 or 19, obviously shines within few years' time. It's all because of passion. It's all because of leadership. It's all because of thought process. And through when we start during the early stages of life, we obviously feel that there are a lot more opportunities than when we started later. It's all because of people. When people see a test, so they feel like, okay, he or she is an youngster, so might be, why don't we support them? And that is how many people started encouraging when we started. And probably I'm basically from Coimbatore. I run a couple of startups. And first, I started my journey when I was in the age of 18. So I don't study well. And since I don't study well, so I was pushed out of the school, and I got into, a diploma after my 10th grade. So when I went out diploma, then I had, mathematics in my first semester itself. So I had around 4 years for the first year itself. So it was again a big backlog in my life. So I don't even think that I'll be a successful person. So it started, but the journey started at that moment actually. So I just wanted to be different from others. So what makes me being different from others, in sense like we always have to think, in a most different way, being innovative and creative. So, and second year came, third year I had to pass out, and I went on to a different institution to do my engineering. And I did my E&I, electronic instrumentation. I'm 2017 batch actually. So before, by 2014 I passed out of diploma. So by 20 until from 2014 until 2017 I was into different forums. The first corporate job which I got was like, feeding people, feeding hungry stomachs was the first corporate job which I got actually. So I feel very proud about it. So why I tell that as my corporate job is, it's like many people, out many youngsters out here might be thinking about, uh, they'll be thinking about the formal education strategy where they have to cross the 10th grade, 12th grade, they'll be getting into engineering streams. They only have 5 things in their mind. So 5 departments in their mind, saying like ECE, EEE, CSC, IT, mechanical. So apart from this, there is a huge scope for agri-tech. There is a huge scope for there are a lot many robotics. There is a program called AI. There are a lot many departments being present. So I think like people have to come across all those things, and they have to get into different streams of education. Whereas experience, we can make a difference in society. So that's what people have to think. And so slowly I started feeding people. It was about an initiative called No Food Waste. Hope you people would have gone through the initiative. So No Food Waste is an initiative where we started feeding hungry stomachs by collecting the untouched excess food from functions and parties across Coimbatore. and we delivered it to hungry stomach. So my friend Mr. Padmanabhan started this initiative. So slowly I got into this, and we together started growing it. Almost has now been present across 12 destinations in India. So closely feeding up to 60 lakh hungry stomachs so far. So we've also been recognized by government of India. We have been recognized by UNO and other people. So தன்கைக்கு பின்தான் தானமும் தர்மமும் அப்படின்ற ஒரு ஆஸ்பெக்ட் அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் தெரிஞ்சது. ஸோ நமக்கே இல்லாம நம்ம எப்படி 4 பேருக்கு உதவி அப்படின்றது 2017, 2018 தான் we came to know and we were able to understand because we were so young at that time. And only thing we had in our mind was no one should be striving hard with hunger, and everyone should get their education. And probably that was 2 initiatives that comes under sustainable development goals, in fact. So we were traveling together on that particular paths actually. At some point it was very successful. Every day we fed up to close to 30,000 people in all the towns across India. So we started it in Coimbatore with 2 shopper bags, and today it is very largely known to people. And it was we don't have any benefits out of it. We only have satisfaction, which makes us to grow beyond and beyond from the blessings we got from people. So and next step of our life was something like into a crowdfunding platform. You people know that like Mellap and Keto are large crowdfunding platforms which has been operating from India, and we wanted to create something like that, and we started developing India's first online academic scholarship platform for education scholarships, in fact. And that is what that is almost clearly a transparent model where we educate, we help people to continue their education by donating the funds actually. So it is obviously a platform which has been organized and which has been launched by CEO of Niti Aayog, Sri Amitabh, in the year of 2017. So we made him to launch, and it was also very successful. It is also very successful even today. So through that we have educated close to 300 students. So helped over 20 heart patients, and 1 IAS officer has also been created. So I feel very delighted that also started from a small table where we were discussing about the idea. So we started developing it. So one thing I always have in my mind is never wait for an opportunity. Waiting for an opportunity is like waiting for a boat in the desert. மிகப்பெரிய பாலைவனத்துல படகு வருமான காத்திருக்கு சம ஒரு ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிக்கான வெயிட் பண்றது அப்படின்றது ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய நம்பிக்கை எனக்கு எப்பயுமே இருந்துட்டே இருந்துச்சு. ஸோ அதை நோக்கி நம்மளுடைய பயணம் எவ்வளவு சீக்கிரம் தொடர்ந்துரும் அப்படின்றது ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் நினைக்கிறேன். இன்ஃபேக்ட் everyone could have started like that in your early stages of life. And coming across many things, and I always believe that the world is too large, the world is too big, world is filled up with lots of opportunities. World is always filled up with lots of criticisms. So obviously, where are we going to stand and what are we going to do is again the biggest question mark which popped up in my mind. And that is how I started my first startup when I was at the age of 21. So it was the brand was Philpack Technology Solutions Private Limited, which is a company where we started training 3rd and 4th grade children on IoT and technical hands-on learning methodology, where India is not, Indian education system is not adapting towards those technical, hands-on learning methodologies, where the children are struggling very hard to get into, industry-ready professionals. So they aren't able to be an industry-ready professional. So from the younger age itself, we started grooming them. Probably from 3rd grade until 9th grade, it was a wonderful program which we organized with close to 130 schools which we are operating. And slowly we started changing the model, getting into many colleges, many education institutions across India to set up a wonderful center of excellence, adding up values from Acer, Taiwan, and other people. So it went on in very large scale, and we are pioneers in terms of developing a product POS billing solution for chain of hotels and restaurants across India. Even in UAE, we operate actually with Global Village. And that was started. The product is completely based on POS as well on inventory management and other applications. So I think like people in Coimbatore, people in Chennai might know this product. So it is a product where it has been installed in Annapurna, Anandas, and other outlets actually. Where it's kind of a billing solution. It's kind of an order-based application where we started developing it in the year of 2016. And probably it took another 2 years to launch the product. So today we are very successful in that. And probably apart from everything, so I had big, kickstart when in the last year 2020. So probably because of a few investors who have been part of the first startup impact. So I had to, come out of the company. I had to start one more new company. I had no other option because having people who has lot of vitamin M, they had to push me out. Being a founder of organization, I had to be out of the organization. So with strong heart and mind, I had to exit. So I started a company called Veggie Agritech, which is an agritech space. We connect farmers and consumers from different parts of the city. So the idea initially popped up from scratch actually. So initially I had no idea of building this as a bigger supply chain platform or efficient supply chain, nothing actually. So during pandemic, we always wanted to operate. It started in the month of March and April last year when we were in first COVID lockdown and first wave of COVID, and it was peak lockdown last year. So I think like this might be the right business for us. In fact, it might also help farmers and it might also help customers. Whereas customers can't, exit out of their homes to get vegetables and fruits, and farmers are the one who's suffering a lot. In fact, by middleman engagement, farmers are the one who's suffering a lot to transport the veggies from their farms to markets and might be to places where they wanted to sell, and they don't have right pricing for the quality what they produce. So these were few different aspects which I had to I have to go through, and I started building a brand called Veggie. And I just wanted to build it as an agritech space, into agritech space. It all started last year. I just wanted to have a small presentation with you all so that you can get some understanding. Then I'll continue my talk. I hope the screen is visible now. And
yes, Shyam, it's visible.
all right, sir. So yeah, my motto is always connecting farmers and connecting India. And we have been striving very hard, in fact, for the last 1 year to get into the market where it is really, the toughest, already know that it is very toughest. We have been, we are growing to be the most efficient B2C supply chain platform where already there are big giants like Ninja Card, big giants like Big Basket, other people are present. But what makes us to be different is again the most interesting factor. In fact, I have been striving very hard towards making the it as the most B2C efficient B2C supply chain platform, which was incorporated in the year 2020. Also, we have been recognized by Government of India recently, and we always believe that by employing technology we can make wonders. In fact, probably we started last year. We now operate in 5 different destinations, 5 + 1, 6 different destinations now. And also, we have been closely connecting over 1,000 farmers in the initial stages of the journey. And we have close to 40K customers right now, all spread across different destinations. Like I'll showcase you where all we operate. And we have close to 30 young people. And only thing I have in my mind is I just don't have any formalities of hiring a person with CVs or resumes or might be the degrees or marks or nothing. I don't recognize anyone. I mean, I don't recognize all those things. Actually. I just wanted to have the right set of passionate people along with me. Even he could have done a schooling, he could have dropped out. So anything is fine for me. But the passion which drives him, passion which drives a person will definitely, drive your initiative to next level. That is what I always believe. And I have close to 30 people been working with this particular organization on full time. So we have employed women and also transgenders for the initiative. So what makes us to be different from others is again, eradicating the highest, middleman engagement, which is, from farmers to stores or might be retails or might be the customers, directly to customers. In between, there are closely around 4 to 5 aggregators. There are close to 4 or 5 middlemen who has been involved in such businesses where part A will be taking, procuring from the farm to the nearby marketplace, whereas it will be something called as mandi. From mandi, the grades and different sorts of quality will be segregated and separated. So according to that, they'll fix a price and they will do bidding, some kind of bidding concepts. And they have bidding concepts, in fact. And from there, part B, so-called aggregator or middleman, so-called part B will be connecting from part B to part C. In fact, the procurement cost from the farmer will be 5 rupees, in fact. And when it comes to market, it will be 7.5 rupees for the transportation cost, all of the profits which middlemen being involved. And third point, from part B to part C, it will be somewhere around 11.5 to 12 rupees, in fact. So part C will be delivering it to the nearby markets, so-called Udavars in the year might be so-called markets where many people used to go and purchase every day in the morning. So they might be having some discounts and they might be having some large scale purchase. So there might be so-called Kirana stores or what we call like Annachi Kadai. So they all get it from them actually. And from part C, it has been moving on to part D actually. Part D is the one who fixes the price for the whole products which they procure. In fact, they have part D has all the rights, and part D has been setting up large scale cold chain systems, whereas they store everything, they dump everything, and they make the quality. I mean, the quantity will be too high, in fact, and also they fix a pricing upon uh, the engagement actually. And we always thought of understanding the direct procurement value, whereas we can reduce the cost when it reaches the customers. And probably I always believe that we have to be understandable in forecasting the demand and pricing for the next 1 week upon variations, which is sustainable. Always it should also be understandable from ground level operations actually. So we have three different people, stakeholders being part of us, and probably farmers, end users, and community. Whereas farmers are the ones who strive very hard for months not to make profits, but at least the cost they invested should return, where we are now adding smiles. And always customers have three different perspectives, which we definitely follow, which we definitely sacrifice. We don't sacrifice at any point. So pricing, quality, and time. So these are three factors where we never sacrifice. And might be the community where we strive hard to be serve better every day by adding up values by employing technology, understanding requirements of people, and socially connecting, making things easily available. So these are a few perspectives where we really wanted to, evolve ourselves, really wanted to be different from other companies and other entities. And how we operate is again a question which might be from your end actually. So we go directly to the farmers actually. We go directly meet farmers in and across different destinations wherever we operate. And we have an application for the farmer communities, whereas it's a mobile application. And we have also developed India's first AI-based chatbot, artificial intelligence-based chatbot for the farmer communities. It's also been integrated in the website, so which you can also go through. Where if farmers have any sorts of produce being in their farms, we directly go there. We understand the level of produce. We understand the level of quality. We understand. We don't do organic. We only do generic. It's not organic. We don't wanted to spread the word as organic actually. So we do only generic, and we go directly to the farms. The farmers are not. We don't target farmers who have 100 acres or 200 acres of land, but we only target farmers who have 1 acre, half acre. So they might be elderly. They might be, the one who's striving very hard to sell their products, producers to marketers, or might be to people. So we go there, we produce, we procure all the vegetables, and we make a quality check. In fact, we have developed a IoT-based quality checking device, whereas it measures the pH value and the water content being present in the particular vegetable. So also we have food technologists on board, where to understand the shelf life, to understand the quality of each and every vegetable, whatever we procure. So because we have to be very precise in terms of when we deliver it to customers, we have to be very precise. It's going to be really the best quality whatever we deliver. So it's not going to be it's not a one-day business actually. The customer retention should be at least 80%. That's what I always have in my mind, and through that I just pass away. So and from farms, once the quality is checked, then again it'll be to the collection hubs and centers, where the nearby warehouses we have in Coimbatore. We have one warehouse at Tudilur, one warehouse at Pedapatti, and both the warehouses have different strategies being followed, and everything will be transported to the nearby warehouse and nearby hubs and centers. So then we'll have a grading criteria on everyday basis. We don't have cold chain right now, until now, but we'll definitely be setting up very soon. And there we have different sorts of grading and understanding the quality things about the size and quality. Whatever is being procured from farmers will be segregated, which will be sorted according to the quality and according to the quality and grades. And then again, this quality check is again made, that has been stored in the containers actually. Then according to the demand, our people will be working on the ground at the different perspectives, where I'll definitely showcase you how it really works. And probably then it will be delivered to homes. And initially we are working with direct customers on B2C space. But definitely we'll be getting into B2B because we have huge demand on that. And in fact, we involve a wonderful mechanism called safe packaging mechanism, where where we come across each and every material will be packed according to the quality, according to the perishable. I mean, each and every vegetable is perishable. In fact. So I think like each and everything, like broccoli will be wrapped, watermelon will be wrapped, completely wrapped, and bananas will be paper will be surrounded by bananas. Each and every things has different characteristics. Actually, we understand that by help of our food technologists, and we do that, and we have also trained people to work on that. Our market size is now, it is a close to 11-month-old entity. It has lots of dreams and ideas, which has been always built up with lots of dreams and ideas. By building great values to all the stakeholders being part of us. Stakeholders is not the one who we always believe that customers are not alone our stakeholders, but we always believe people who have been employed with us are always, to be treated in the right way. Always we have great social responsibility to take care of all our employees. And you don't believe, you could have gone through in my LinkedIn or any other platforms. We have employed transgenders for the initiative, where this again a bigger social impact has been created in and amongst the society, and government started recognizing it at some point. And we are now operational in 6 cities and towns, obviously like Coimbatore, Chennai, Goa, South Goa we operate, in Agonda and Kanakona, and as well in Kanyakumari we have started operating. In Pollachi and Erode are, Pollachi is a town where I always believe that it's not only to be, supply chain is not only operational, should be operational in might be metros and non-metros. So it should also be operational in towns like even Pollachi, Kangayam, small districts like Erode, Karur, and other. I mean, Erode is very large scale district in fact, but talking about other small districts actually. So I think like I have to spread my wings all across different destinations. So I've been doing it. In fact, by operating everywhere, we have franchisee models, which is very low cost franchisee model. We have developed technology. We give everything, they have to operate. That's it. And end users, we have close to 14,000 customers now. We have different segments of variable marketing strategies where we deliver it to doorsteps where people order. It is so-called pack and deliver model, where you can order and we'll be delivering it. Second model is community operated stores, where we go directly to the communities. We sell the vegetables there, where people can get directly come down from their homes, and they can collect all the vegetables which has been available, and they can pay it there itself. And that will be operated each and every week in every apartments across the cities, and we market in very large scale to that actually. Also, we have wonderful initiative called microgreen stores to empower the value of roping in many unemployed women who have been struggling very hard. In fact, it is about like a kiosk setup. It is something like a kiosk where it is something acts like a one small stall kind of setup, where we sell greens and microgreens in all the outlets across the city. And probably it is not something like a rented outlet. It is something like the own shop, where in Coimbatore we operate people where many crowded places like race course or might be Bharati Park, and there we operate every day morning. Not operating right now due to restrictions. But it is only, it has a live counter. In fact, கீரையை வந்து டைரக்டா அப்படியே வாங்கிட்டு போனா 10 ரூபாய், கீரையை வெட்டி லைவ் கவுண்டர்ல வித்தா 30 ரூபான்ற கான்செப்ட் தான் அது ஆக்சுவலி. So many peopleோடைய பெயின் என்னன்னு புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டோம், கஸ்டமர்ஸோட பெயின் புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டோம். So they don't have time obviously at some point. So we thought of chopping it and giving it to customers so that we can charge little more, and it can also be beneficial to people who have been employed. And next is the innovative vegetech, which we have been designing right now. It is something. It will be something like the shawarma truck actually. So a shawarma truck mari we have been designing. Innovative vegetech ன்றது எதுக்காக நேம் வெச்சோம் அப்படின்னா, we will be employing 2 transgenders with this initiative. Where one will be driving the truck and one will be selling the vegetables actually. People who wants to buy vegetables, they can get into the truck. They can buy all the vegetables which will be present in front of them, right and left of them, and they'll be completely taking all those things, and they'll be weighing in the weighing scale. There won't be any person present to sell vegetables. So everything is automated, and once the weight is done, then they'll be they have covers to pack everything. Then they'll pay. They can exit actually. People who waits for getting into the truck or who waits for getting the vegetables will have an opportunity to have a cup of coffee, which is again a beneficial initiative for the company as well as for the employees who have been employed with this. and it is closely now 4 million INR initially we are generating, but we also have franchisee models, and that has not been added with this. Actually, we have developed over, we have made a revenue of close to 40 lakhs the last 1 year tenure from starting of the company until today. So we have been growing it very fastly, and we are into largest. We will be into larger scale within another 3 or 6 months time. Our initiatives, as already told, pack and deliver is a model where end users will order and we deliver. Microgreen stores is already that we'll be bringing in all the vegetables into the store side. It will be like innovative model where காலையில வந்து ஒரு ஸ்டால் மாதிரி இருக்கும், தோல்ல பேக் போட்டு வருவாங்க. They'll open the stalls, they'll sell all the vegetables, all kind of greens and microgreens in the stores. And 2 hours முடிஞ்ச உடனே அந்த இடத்துல வாக்கிங் போறவங்க வரவங்க எல்லாம் அதை வாங்கிட்டு போவாங்க. So it again builds a brand value ஒரு பக்கம், இன்னொரு பக்கம் லைவ் கவுண்டர் அங்க இருக்கும். ஸோ ஆல்சோ இட் இஸ் ஒன்லி பீன் ஆப்ரேட்டட் பை விமன் ஆக்சுவலி. ஸோ இதெல்லாம் வந்து 3 ஆஸ்பெக்ட்ஸ் நான் ரொம்ப பெரிய விஷயமா பாக்குறேன். கஸ்டமர்ஸும் இதை எவ்வளவு தூரம் பாக்குறாங்கன்றது நான் கவனிக்கிறேன் ஆக்சுவலி. ஸோ தென் 2 hours முடிஞ்சோடனே தே கேன் கோ ஃபார் தேர் ஒர்க்ஸ் ஆக்சுவலி. இந்த ஃபுல் டே தே கேன் கோ ஃபார் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ஒர்க்ஸ். காலையில 300 rupees earning இருக்கும், ஈவினிங் 300 rupees earning இருக்கும். அண்ட் மந்த்லி இட் இஸ் அபவுட் or close to 18,000 rupees in selling kire alone actually. That will be a self-beneficial model for the people who have been employed, like that women who have been employed. And we'll be giving that stores at free of cost. I mean, initially at free of cost. It's about 6,000 rupees in INR. And இது வந்து இந்த மாடல் ஏன் கிரியேட் பண்றேன் அப்படின்னா, புதுசா வந்து ஒரு கடை எடுக்கிறதுக்கு 4 lakhs 5 lakhs வந்து இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் இருக்கும், அட்வான்ஸ் எல்லாம் கொடுக்கணும், ரெண்டிங் பிளேசஸ் போகணும், இதெல்லாம் நிறைய பிரச்சனைகள் இருக்கப்ப இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு மாடல் எடுத்தோம் அப்படின்னா பர் டே வந்து they have to spend around 50 rupees for paying the EMI to the company. ஒரு கம்பெனி நம்ம வெஜ் ரூட்ல இருந்து we'll give the brand, we'll give them the kiosk, stall, produce எல்லாமே கொடுத்துருவோம். They have to sell alone and they have to pay 50 rupees per day as EMI actually. So within closely 120 days they'll be able to pay the whole amount, which the shop will be their own shop, and morning evening வந்து ஆப்ரேட் பண்றதுக்கு we get official permissions to operate. Innovative Vegetech we already know, and community operated stores is something like we go directly to the apartments and get to communities and we directly sell there, which really has such a great impact. And we have been closely working with over 75 apartments right now, and we have close to 6,500 valued customers right now. So yeah, we are doing it in a very faster way. And I think like if you wish to be part of us, you can definitely connect us at any time, and we are always happy to welcome you on board. And definitely I wanted to showcase you a small video, and yeah, showcase you a small video. So they're all our stakeholders, in fact, farmers, customers, unemployed women, trans women, and education institutions who wants to bring their students in as interns, franchisee owners and business partners, employing the compassionate and candidates who are really deserving, delivery superheroes. We don't name them as delivery agents, we name them as delivery superheroes, and B2B sales outlets in Kirana stores. So I think like you could have got some brief understanding that what we actually do. And now we are going into the biggest expansion, which is close to $1 million grant, which we got recently. It is a VC funding, which we got, and we are expanding our operations to next level with bringing in, interesting models such as by employee technology. And by employee technology, we always believe that we have different sorts of technology being involved with this platform, which I'll definitely let you know, because leveraging the whole supply chain, leveraging the whole initiative from farms to fork is again such an interesting factor, which we definitely should follow. And the different kinds of technology which we have, Yeah, definitely I'll post, sir. In the end, I'll definitely post. Actually, kindly allow me some time. I'll complete my talk session. Then definitely post it. I'll go on with the flow, and end point we can have the discussion session. So definitely, I'll spend my time on having the answering you all the questions. Thank you. I hope you understand. Thank you. And so starting from the farming technologies, where we are just now getting into, making farmers understand about the real life strategies, also about forecasting of weather, forecasting of the sales, forecasting of the quality. I mean, understanding the quality of vegetables in the right way as much as possible. What actually customer needs is what actually the farmers has to produce, and probably we are training up farmers to make sure that they are producing in in larger scale as well, at the low cost as much as possible. So we always believe that farmers are the one who's struggling, very hard, and they have huge potential to grow beyond, but they don't have an opportunity at some point. So, and we thought of giving them some sorts of training. In fact, like multi cropping system, whereas ஒரே ஒரு pathல வந்து will be having different crops being planted, and according to that we give them some suggestions, and we bring in few food technologists and few agriculture people on board, where they'll be completely helping them on improvising the produce, improvising the quality of vegetable which they produce, and the shelf life understand பண்றதுக்கு we have different sorts of technologies being trained now. And also beyond this, ஒவ்வொரு விஷயமும் இதை மொத்தமா ஆப்ரேட் பண்றதுக்கு we have product tracking systems we have, and we have also been involved with RPA, robotic process automation, into the warehouse, actually starting from until உங்களுடைய மொத்த ப்ரொடியூசிங் ஃபார்மர்ஸ் கிட்ட இருந்து வாங்கிட்டு வந்து உள்ள இன்வென்டரி மேனேஜ்மெண்ட்ல அப்லோட் பண்றதுல ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணி until it exits out of your warehouse. So இதுக்குள்ள இருக்க மொத்த ஆபரேஷன்ஸையும் ஆட்டோமேட் பண்றதுக்காக we have introduced RPA, which is again new in our field. Actually, agri-tech space light is very new. But in RPA integration அப்படின்றது வந்து plays a major role. In fact, understanding the whole inventory being present, the whole supply building process, in fact about the financial situations and conditions, and beyond also that, understanding the requirement of the consumers, we directly integrate it with our application, and directly it understands the requirement from consumers, and it let us know about what exactly, how exactly, what is the requirement for the next 1 week or a couple of days or 3 days later. So we have involved RPA, which is very interesting model, and it has been deployed by a company from Bangalore. And also beyond that, we have a QR code based product tracking device, whereas each and every product will be based on with a QR code, whereas when it exits out of your center, the hub might be the cluster, and until it reaches your customer, it tracks the whole process, and by understanding the quality when it is been out of the circle, and when it reaches end user, we'll again check the quality, we'll deliver it to people, actually. So that again we add some value to customers, where people really understands the quality, where people really are happy about the quality what we deliver. And also beyond that, we have already I told that we have an IoT device to check the quality of vegetable, and each and every vegetable according to the characteristic of vegetable and fruit. And fruits is alone procured from different segment, and vegetables completely is being procured from farmers in and around Satyamangalam, in around Talavadi, in Perur, nearby Coimbatore, and all other areas, actually. Then we'll be transporting it to Chennai, we'll be transporting it to even Goa every week. So we procure from Ooty directly, like exotics will be transported to Goa. So we have huge potential in Goa. We started operating it, and we have been doing it for the last 3 months right now. And also beyond this, we have also bring in AI based chatbot for farmer communities, whereas they don't need to wait for the call, they don't need to wait for us, in fact, and they can immediately log into the application. They can let us know about the whole process, I mean what all produce they have, and what is the cost that they are trying to sell to the company, and they have to click a photograph of the produce which they have at the farms, actually. Then our people will understand the quality, will understand, check the pricing, what they actually wanted to give it to the company, what they actually wanted to sell to us. And we have approximate pricing for the farmers, but we don't even bargain at any point. So and at some point we always believe that bargaining makes no sense at any point, so we don't bargain from the farm communities. ஸோ அவங்க they don't have any big dreams to get a Lamborghini or Rolls Royce, but அவங்களுடைய ப்ரொடியூஸை வந்து கரெக்டான இடத்துக்கு கொண்டு போய் சேர்க்கணும், அவங்களுக்கான கரெக்டான சப்போர்ட் இல்லைன்றதான் மிகப்பெரிய பிரச்சனையா பார்க்கணும். அதனால பார்கெயின் பண்றது ₹1 பார்கெயின் பண்றது there is no use actually. ஸோ அந்த வகையில they are not at all happy with the middlemen. So they are really now really very happy been working with us for a very long time. And the bargaining concept we don't have. We then they can post directly to the chatbot. Chatbot will answer all the questions in Tamil, and it is not something like they don't need to type anything. So it is always like voice based. The voice based will be converted to text, and it will understand completely, and it will answer back. Then it will be redirected to our people. Our people will go directly to the farms they procure. Then it reaches the end user. So the challenge is what we face in terms of running a supply chain. First point might be without having a cold chain, we cannot operate this. So that we came to understand, and because we are doing it when we wanted to expand the operations in larger scale, then we have to have some cold chain operations, at least in very small scale, where we can store the vegetables which might be perishable, and we should not store for more than 2 or 3 days actually, but many companies are doing it for storing for more than 6 or 7 months time. So we should not do that. First, we are very precise on that. We are going to set up a small scale cold chain system in Coimbatore and even in Chennai very soon. And we thought of embedding another next set of technologies on board, whereas it might make work simple, and we have different criteria to understand. We are struggling hard right now to understand, or might be forecast the value, to forecast the customer segments, to forecast the pricing of vegetable for the next 1 week actually. So market pricing of vegetable for the next 1 week, and we'll be soon eradicating the point, might be the problem factor which we face right now. Also beyond that, customer retention is such a great, such a toughest factor where every business might be going through. But in this particular initiative, where what the real toughest factor what we face is like retention of customers is again such a toughest factor, because they are not at all satisfied at any point. So it is something like கையில பார்த்து கண்ணால பார்த்து தான், கையில தொட்டு பார்த்து கண்ணால பார்த்து தான் வாங்கணுன்ற ஒரு கான்செப்ட் இருக்கப்ப, நம்ம என்னதான் சொல்லி கொண்டு போய் குவாலிட்டியா கொடுத்தாலும் ஏதோ ஒரு குத்தம் சொல்றதுக்கு people are ready actually. And also we have been taking some other different perspectives to to satisfy them at some point by giving them the best quality. இன்னும் வந்து ஒரே ஒரு சின்ன ஸ்டோரி சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னா, we got an order last year. That was second day of operations which we started when we started a company. So it was last year April 23-24 நினைக்கிறேன் last year. And the first order which I mean ஒரு order, it was about 140 rupees in INR, and it was ordered by from a gated community actually. So அவர் வந்து ஒரே ஒரு kg of apple மட்டும் ஆர்டர் பண்ணாரு. ஆர்டர் பண்ணிட்டு என்ன பண்ணாருன்னா, நான் சொல்றேன் 300 rupees சார் மினிமம் ஆர்டர் பண்ணி, we don't charge for deliveries. In fact, it's at zero cost. We don't charge for deliveries, we don't charge for packing, and everything is zero cost actually. You can understand now. So எவ்வளவு toughest thing இதுல வந்து profit make பண்றது. But still I wanted to do it for the cost as well is a growth இருக்குன்ற ஒரு reason actually. So எல்லா segment of customers எனக்கு வேணுன்ற reason I started doing it. Then I went on to deliver a kg of apple to his apartment. So his husband and wife was standing second floor of the apartment, and கையில ஒரு lunch bag மட்டும் வச்சிருந்தாங்க. They tied a rope to the lunch bag. என்ன பண்ணிட்டாங்க, அதை வந்து மேல இருந்து அப்படி கீழே இறக்கி, இந்த மாதிரி நீ மேல வராத, கோவிட் இருக்கு, நீ மேல வராத, வாட் யூ டூஸ் லைக் யூ அந்த லஞ்ச் பேக்லயே மொத்த அந்த 1 kg ஆஃப் ஆப்பிள் டம்ப் பண்ணிட்டு நீ வந்து விட்டுரு, நான் வந்து மேல இழுத்துக்கிறேன் சொன்னாங்க. அதே மாதிரி நான் என்ன பண்ணிட்டேன், நான் சொல்றேன் அப்பயும் அவங்க புரிஞ்சுக்காம they told me like நீ அப்படியே டம்ப் பண்ணு அப்படி. So I dumped all the kg of apple into that bag, and I wanted to wait for some time until it reaches second floor actually. So அவங்க மெதுவா இழுக்கிறாங்க, ஒரு ஆப்பிள் மட்டும் தவறி கீழே விழுந்துச்சு. அவர் என்ன சொல்றாரு, take the sheet out and you go out of the apartment, you don't stand here. என்ன நீ இப்படி வச்சு அனுப்பியிருக்கேன்னு சொன்னாங்க. I was really shocked about the things where customers எவ்வளவு தூரம் நம்மள கிரிட்டிசைஸ் பண்றாங்க, ஒரு டெலிவரி ஏஜென்ட்டா இருந்தா எவ்வளவு தூரம் கிரிட்டிசைஸ் பண்றாங்கன்றது எனக்கு புரிஞ்சது actually. Also beyond that, I thought of making him understand, but he is not at the right moment to understand what actually we are trying to tell. And நான் சொல்றேன், I took a kg of apple. அவர்கிட்ட இருந்த அந்த 1 கிலோ ஆப்பிள் எடுத்துட்டு நான் வெளியே போயிட்டு, சரி வேற ஆப்பிள் உங்களுக்கு வாங்கிட்டு சொல்லி பழமுதிர்ல போயிட்டு திருப்பி ஒரு kg of ஆப்பிள் வாங்கிட்டு வந்து அதே மாதிரி பேக்ல வச்சு கொடுத்தேன். ஸோ கஷ்டப்பட்டு கரெக்டா மேலே இழுத்துட்டு கவருக்குள்ள வச்சு கொடுத்தனால எதுவும் கீழே விழுகல ஆக்சுவலி. ஸோ கரெக்டா மேலே அவர் வீட்டுக்கே போயிடுச்சு. அதை பார்த்த உடனே என்ன ஸ்டிக்கர் இருக்கு, இந்த ஆப்பிள் ஸ்டிக்கர் இருக்கு, எனக்கு ஸ்டிக்கர்லாம் இருக்கு, ஆப்பிள்லாம் வேணாம், தூக்கி வீசிட்டாரு, மறுபடியும் நீ எடுத்துக்கோ, எனக்கு ஒன்றும் வேணாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி வீசிட்டாரு. ஸோ அகைன் I have big responsibility to satisfy him because he is my customer. So என்னதான் நம்மளை திட்டினாலும், என்னதான் நம்மளை பேசினாலும், he is obviously my customer. He is equal to God or might be அப்படின்னு நிறைய கம்பெனி சொல்றாங்க. But I don't believe that the customer is equal to God. So customer is everything அப்படின்னு தான் நம்புறேன். And then I went out of the apartment. What I did was like I peeled all the stickers which has been present on the apples and திருப்பி கொண்டு வந்த ஸ்டிக்கர்ஸ் எல்லாம் கொடுத்தேன். அந்த ஆப்பிள்ஸ் எல்லாம் திருப்பி கொடுத்தேன். அவர் he was very happy that இவ்வளவு தூரம் 1 hour எனக்காக நீ ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணி இந்த ஸ்டிக்கர்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஃபீல் பண்ணிக்கே ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னாரு. பரவாயில்ல சார், ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை அப்படின்னு சொன்னார். ஸோ the mindset of customer we were trying very hard to understand the mindset of customers because we don't have any such experienced people in the organization. We have been striving hard to make it very successful, but at some point being an youngster, நிறைய youngsters தான் நம்ம கூட இருக்காங்க. ஸோ ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் யங்ஸ்டர் இருக்கப்ப people from different perspective they see us. இவங்களுக்கு எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இல்லை, இவங்க இப்படிதான் பண்ணுவாங்கன்ற ஒரு ஆஸ்பெக்ட் இருந்துட்டே தான் இருந்திருக்கு இது வரைக்குமே. ஸோ we have been trying to change it. இது எப்படி மாறும், எப்ப மாறும் அப்படின்னா when we start employing different technologies, when we start deploying experienced people, then we can change the mindset of people. and நம்புறேன், நான் நினைக்கிறேன். இன்ஃபேக்ட் ஸோ இது லாஸ்ட் ஒரு சஜஷன் மட்டும் உங்களுக்கு நான் கேட்க நினைக்கிறேன், அது லாஸ்டா இந்த கொஸ்டின்ல வச்சுக்கலாம். அண்ட் ஆல்சோ பியாண்ட் திஸ் வி ஹேவ் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் மெனி சார்ட்ஸ் ஆஃப் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் கஸ்டமர் ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ். எனக்கு இந்த ஃப்ரெஷ் சப்ளை செயின் ஆல்ரெடி இன்ட்ரோடக்ஷன்ல சார் சொன்னப்ப ஃப்ரெஷ் சப்ளை கொண்டு வந்து கஸ்டமர் சேர்க்கறது தான் கஷ்டம்னு சொன்னார். பட் இதை கஸ்டமருக்கு கரெக்டா கொண்டு போய் சேர்த்ததுக்காக அந்த ஃபீட்பேக்ல இருந்து அவங்கள சாட்டிஸ்ஃபை பண்றதுதான் மிகப்பெரிய பிரச்சனை நான் நினைக்கிறேன். ஸோ எனக்கு எவ்வளவுதான் ஆப்ரேஷன் காஸ்ட் இன்வால்வ் ஆயிருந்தாலும், எனக்கு என்னதான் டிரான்ஸ்போர்டேஷன் லாஜிஸ்டிக்ஸ் காஸ்ட் இன்வால்வ் ஆயிருந்தாலும், beyond that I have to be satisfied at some point when customer says the quality is really good. But ஏதோ ஒரு இடத்துல ஏதோ சொல்லுவாங்க இது சரியில்லை. So it is obviously in everyone's mind because in the product இந்த மாதிரி I always have one mindset. So இது எப்ப eradicate ஆகும் அப்படின்றது I am trying to figure it out where we are making a mistake, where we are understanding the quality and இதெல்லாமே. And from my presentation I don't have because I don't have right now and I've been expanding it. இல்லாததை எழுத கூடாதுன்னு இல்லை, I've not written it actually. வேற எதுவும். So I'm expanding it actually. I'm trying to expand. I have got a VC funding recently, so it is about $1 million. So definitely I'll expand it. It's close to 6.7 crores actually. So அதனால I have not added it presentation. வேற எதுவும். So and முக்கியமா என்ன பண்ணக்கூடாதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்னா, I don't want the materials to be stored or produced to be stored in cold storage, but there is no other go. I have to make it cold stored up பண்ணுன்றதா வேற வழியே இல்லை actually. And also we have been coming across many different mechanisms to differentiate from other entities. And I think like you could have got some insights where we have employed RPA, we have deployed IoT, we have deployed AI based chatbot. Also we have been working on QR and barcode mechanisms to understand the rise of the transportation of the logistics operations of the whole produce from the warehouse to the customer segments. And also to forecast idhula mattum we have been facing few challenges, but definitely we have CTOs on board where he'll be supporting us to sort out all the problem statements which the company is really facing today. And soon we'll be into 100 different cities across India, also operating in small different towns even in North India very soon with all your supports and basics. I feel very happy to be a part of this webinar today. So I think like it's time for Q&A and I think like நிறைய விஷயம் பேசிட்டே வந்துட்டு இருந்திருக்கேன், உங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஐடியா கண்டிப்பா கிடைச்சிருக்கும். And I'm really open for ideas, really open for business connect, and I'm ready to help you at any stretch where to build and establish a new business on a great experience. All the very best to every one of you. Thank you so much for adding that today. And I think like we have few set of questions to be answered. I'll definitely answer the questions. And yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Shyam. ஒரு சினிமா பார்த்த மாதிரி இருந்தது. சினிமால யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ் பண்ற development, the way you have come up, it all boils down to passion and involvement and a lot of hard work. And of course, in your particular B2C field, the customers' feedback is very, very important, which you have been taking care. Now we will open the mics for the questions. People can unmute and ask questions.
We already have few questions on chat box. Try answering all these questions.
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
And one by one we can have, they can unmute the mic.
Yeah.
ரத்னி கடை
chat box நீங்க ஆன்சர் பண்றீங்களா ஷியாம் டைரக்டா?
Yes sir, I'll directly answer now.
Yeah, please
so,
go ahead.
In the answers எல்லாம் complete பண்றேன், then I'll you can unmute your mic and ask questions. So couple of minutes I'll answer on that you have posted on chat box. First, the kiosk idea is very efficient one, works well for the vendors. Yeah, definitely it really works very well. Even customers feel very happy. Kiosk வந்து it is very interesting model. LinkedInல போனா நீங்க பார்க்கலாம். And definitely அது எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்ச ஒரு ஐடியா. ஏன்னா நிறைய மாடல்ஸ் வந்து நிறைய கீரை கடைகள்லாம் வந்து ரோட்ல போட்டு வித்துட்டு இருக்க கீரை போட்டு வித்துட்டு இருக்காங்க. பட் ஐ டோன்ட் ஃபீல் தட் அவங்களுக்கு பெரிய அளவுல ப்ராஃபிட் வருதான்னு தெரியல. பட் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்ணணும். இன்னும் ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்படுறவங்களுக்கு இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஸ்டால்ஸ் கொடுத்து கியாஸ்க் எல்லாம் கொடுத்து டெய்லி 50 rupees EMI மட்டும் நீ பே பண்ணுங்க, உங்களுக்கு வேணுன்றதெல்லாம் நான் சப்ளை பண்றேன். கஸ்டமர் இடத்துலயே நீங்க போயிட்டு டைரக்டா சாப் பண்ணி வித்துருங்கன்னு சொல்றேன். அண்ட் தட் பிகம்ஸ் த இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங் ஐடியா. Ganesh sir has asked about curious why South Goa. South Goa, I had traveled to South Goa 3-4 months back actually. South Goa, Agonda is my favorite place in Goa. And anga vanda I was staying for over 4 days. In fact, I noticed somewhere around 55 resorts in that particular zone alone. கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு 55 resorts அங்க இருந்தது. And yeah, ஒரு 55 resortsல வந்து எல்லா resortsலயும் the requirement was completely on exotics. எக்ஸாட்டிக்ஸ்ன்றது ப்ரொக்காலி, கிவி, அவகேடோ, ஸ்ட்ராபெரி, லெட்யூஸ் இதெல்லாமே வந்து எக்ஸாட்டிக்ஸா பார்க்கப்படுது. ஸோ இதெல்லாம் வந்து ஈஸிலி அவைலபிள் இந்த மார்க்கெட் இன் கோயம்புத்தூர் ஆர் மைட் பி ஃப்ரம் ஊட்டி மார்க்கெட்ல ரொம்ப ஈஸியா அவைலபிளா இருந்தது ஆக்சுவலி. ஸோ அங்க வந்து ப்ரொக்காலி ஒரு கேஜி 280, 380, 480 rupees வரைக்கும் வாங்குற ஒரு காலகட்டத்துக்கு அவங்க தள்ளப்பட்டிருக்காங்க. ஸோ பட் வி ப்ரொக்யூர் இட் ஃபார் அரௌண்ட் 140 rupees here in கோயம்புத்தூர். கிட்டத்தட்ட 140 rupeesக்கு நமக்கு வந்து ஃபார்மர்ஸ் கிட்ட இருந்து நமக்கு ஊட்டி ஃபார்மர்ஸ் கிட்ட இருந்து நமக்கு 140 rupees கேஜி ஆஃப் ப்ரொக்கோலி, கிரீன் ப்ரொக்கோலி நமக்கு ஃப்ரெஷ் ப்ரொக்கோலி கிடைக்குது. நேற்று காலைல ஹாரஸ்ட் பண்ணி இன்னைக்கு ஈவினிங் நமக்கு கோடவுன் ரீச் ஆகுது, நம்மளுடைய வேர் ஹவுஸ்க்கு ரீச் ஆகுது. ஐ தாட் லைக் why don't we supply alone directly to the resort owners. Also I found I was staying in a resort actually. I was addressing a crowd like this. இதே மாதிரி தான் ஒரு ரெசார்ட்ல உட்காந்து பேசிட்டு இருந்தோம். ஒரு டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜியை பத்தி ஒரு டாக் செஷன் பேசிட்டு இருந்தப்ப he was inspired by the talk. நான் அவர்கிட்ட கேட்டார், நான் வந்து ஒரு பிசினஸ் பண்ண முடியுமா நீங்க பண்ற மாதிரி கேட்டாரு. ஸோ ஐ கேவ் him a franchisee. That is how signed in for South Goa. And weekly twice we transport from Coimbatore through trains actually. So only lettuce, avocado, strawberry, kiwi and இது மட்டும் மெயினா lettuce, avocado, strawberry, kiwi and broccoli இந்த 5 மட்டும் தான் transport பண்றோம். So it reaches directly to the customer and to the resorts. We have larger scale of growth there. Soon we'll be expanding to other places in Goa. North Goa expand operations la irukkom. We'll do it soon. So it's interesting question. Yeah, I'm curious. Nariya per won't start business in Goa because it means like a tourism destination. But I always believe that every state or every district has a potential. When small towns like Kangayam has good potential. You don't believe. And question 1, we can't improve the quality after harvest, but we can maintain the same until reaching clients. In that, what are all the intervention offered by Vegru to the farmers to improve the quality at crop production site? Crop production site, it's definitely an interesting question. Definitely, we are helping them. Or aspect what we do is like harvest and quality ensure pandrathu. It's not a big deal actually. But I was already told. Farmer siteலயே வந்து அதான் சொன்னேன் ஆல்ரெடி, ஒரே ஒரு பாத்ல we have different crops being involved and அந்த cropping mechanismல we have been trying to impart few agriculturists on board, whereas from agriculture district Coimbatore, and அவங்க வந்து they'll be letting the farmers know about எந்த level of cropல எந்த level of cropsக்கு என்ன எவ்வளவு level of pesticides என்ன level of இதெல்லாம் கொடுக்கணும். ஏன்னா ஆல்ரெடி பெஸ்டிசைட்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஆயிடுச்சு. இதுக்கு மேல நான் ஆர்கானிக் தான் நீங்க பண்ணணும்னு சொல்லி அவங்களுக்கு கன்வெர்ட் பண்ண முடியாது. எல்லா ஃபார்மர்ஸ்னால ஆர்கானிக் ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணவே முடியாது. இட் டேக்ஸ் சோ மச் ஆஃப் டைம். அதனால என்ன லெவல் ஆஃப் பெஸ்டிசைட்ஸ், என்ன லெவல் ஆஃப் இதெல்லாம் என்ன யூஸ் பண்றோம்னு சொல்லி we make them to understand. So அதுக்கேற்ற மாதிரி we make them to derive the best quality as much as possible. So there is a lot more struggles which we are really facing, but it might take some time to overcome the issues. I have definitely I'll post the contact number here on the chat box at end of session, or I'll let you know at end of session. No issues. Too interested to your idea, sir, because now I'm pursuing engineering, but I'm interested in agri field. Can you give me some opportunity? Yeah, you can rope in yourself to agri-tech space where we have opportunities to ensure the quality. We have opportunities to talk to farmers. We have opportunity in terms of procurement. We have opportunity in terms of warehouse mechanisms. நிறைய opportunities இருக்கு. Definitely you can connect with us, and end of session we'll connect and we'll hire you on board as intern for the next 3 months. And post 3 months, according to how you work and what makes you to be different, we'll hire you on board on full time. And how you utilize IoT for which checking. Yeah, IoT device அப்படின்றது we have deployed 2 different sensors. One is pH sensor and one is the water quality. I mean water. One on the pH sensor deploy பண்ணிருக்கோம். இன்னொன்னு வந்து I'm not very sure about the sensor, but it's something like checking the quality of vegetable. ஏதோ ஒரு kind of இது இருக்கு. But pH plays a major value. 7 இருந்ததுன்னா it is neutral, and below 7 it's different, and above 7 it's different. So on the pH value measure பண்ணி தான் அந்த vegetables quality வந்து check பண்றோம் actually. So it is very precise in understanding the quality of vegetable by measuring the pH value of particular vegetable. And it will be directly connected to your mobile phone, whereas we have also developed a small mobile application, whereas also web application also we have. So ஒவ்வொரு வெஜிடபிளுக்கும் தனியாக செக் பண்ண வேண்டிய அவசியம் இல்லை. மொத்த வெஜிடபிள் எடுத்து 3 அந்த வெஜிடபிள்ஸ்ல ஒரு 50 கிலோ இருக்குன்னா அதுல 3 வெஜிடபிள் மட்டும் தனியாக எடுத்து அதுல ஒவ்வொன்றுக்கும் குவாலிட்டி செக் பண்ணுவோம். மேல இருக்கிறது, மிட்ல இருக்கிறது, கீழே இருக்கிறதுன்னு சொல்லி. So we'll check the quality of different gradings and we'll understand the quality. You don't have cold storage and refrigeration. Yes, I already told I don't have cold storage as of now, but definitely we'll be bringing in the cold storage within another 1 month time. But loss of fresh products definitely happens. It is about 20% of loss which happens. We have to bear it because quality போய் customers கிட்ட சேர்றப்ப they are able to understand the quality, whether it is stored or directly from the farms அப்படின்றது உடனடியாக பார்த்தோன்னு சொல்ல முடியுது actually. லைக் பிக் ஜெயன்ட்ஸ் அவங்களோட நேம்லாம் சொல்ல விரும்பல, அவங்க எல்லாம் கோல்ட் ஸ்டோர் தான் பண்றாங்க. பட் அதெல்லாம் அப்படி போறப்ப டெஃபினெட்லி வி ஹாவ் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட், இதுக்குள்ள போய் தான் ஆகணும், வேற வழி இல்லை ஆக்சுவலி. அண்ட் டிசைட் குவான்டிட்டி வந்து அக்கார்டிங், இப்போ நாளைக்கு எனக்கு ஆர்டர்ஸ் வந்து வி ஹேவ் அரௌண்ட் 200 orders in particular zone of Chennai அப்படின்னா, சென்னை we have divided 20 zones actually. Chennai we don't operate in the whole Chennai, but we operate in 2 different parts. Like one is Tambaram and one is Velachery. Now we are expanding it to KK Nagar, T Nagar, KK Nagar and Ashok Nagar actually. So அந்த ஒவ்வொரு ஜோனா பிரிச்சிருக்கோம். அந்த ஒவ்வொரு ஜோனுக்கும் ஒரு ஃப்ரான்ச்சைசி வந்து கொடுத்துருக்கோம். அந்த 4 zones will be having, ஒவ்வொரு ஜோனுக்கும் ஒரு ஃப்ரான்ச்சைசி இருக்கும். அங்க transport, overnight transportation will be done to the particular zone. Every day morning they'll pack, they'll deliver. That's it. That is how it happens as of now. But soon we'll be having things actually. Yeah, solar cold storage and biodegradable packing we always wanted to add. And as already told, wrapping newspaper, wrapping or mechanism, newspaper mechanism. Then we have cloth bags. ஒவ்வொரு vegetable ஒவ்வொரு characteristics இருக்கும். அதுக்கேற்ற மாதிரி we have different sorts of packing material, packing mechanism which we are using. Not only எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஒரே மாதிரி common mechanism யூஸ் பண்றது இல்ல, we are very precise on that, but cost is very high, but comparatively we are doing it because to ensure the quality. What is the franchisee agreement engagement? It is about 2 years of engagement from the day of signing, and it is about a minimal cost of 1.99 lakhs plus 18% of tax, which has obviously been involved. And in the ROI அப்படின்றது வந்து initial investments of 2.35820, 2,35,850 rupees நீங்க இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணிட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா, company will give you technology, company will give you procurement, company will supply you the vegetables, company will give you marketing support, company will give you all the printing materials including the ID cards, business cards, all other aspects like all ID cards, so something like ID cards, business cards in every aspects. So you have to operate, and the return on investments will be within a 6 months tenure. So ஒரு customer 300 ரூபாய்க்கு ஆர்டர் பண்ணா, ஒரு customer 1000 ஆர்டர் பண்ணுவாரு. So it depends on the value. We derive as 30 customers per day, 550 rupees per order, so close to 15,000-16,000 rupees a day of revenue. Total in a month it will be around 3.96 lakhs in INR. So in a year it will be somewhere around close to ஒரு 30 lakhs in INR. Whereas அதுல எல்லாம் procurement cost, delivery cost எல்லா காஸ்டும் போக you will get somewhere around 8 lakhs in your hand, which will be a profits. So in fact ROI will be within 3 months of time. நீங்க போடுற investments you can take it within 3 months of time, and the business will be yours for the next 2 years down the line. And post 2 years, according to how you work and how you operate, we'll definitely go through it, and அது எப்படி போகுதுன்றத பார்த்துட்டு we'll increase or decrease the value of the franchisee cost. And also beyond that, myself and Dr. Sir, working in the area of Supply chain management, and kindly specify research problem. Yeah, uh, research problem. I'm not, really I'm not into it because நிறைய issues நான் அதுல பாக்குறேன். But இன்னும் நான் அதுக்குள்ள போகல because I'm completely into a different perspective. So, completely into a different product actually. So obviously there are a lot more troubles being faced by every supply chain management companies, but definitely I'll go through it and I'll get connected with you, sir. So தெரியாம அத பத்தி நான் full தெரியாம I don't want to share my ideas on that. How did you manage the COVID impact given the current situation? COVID impact has really impacted the whole businesses actually. But during this time, since we are authorized, we are a recognized entity, we were able to operate in all the cities, in fact, and ரொம்ப ப்ராப்பரா எல்லா சேஃப்டி கியர் சேஃப்டி மெக்கானிசம்ஸோட we have started operating, and it is really going out really well. And the COVID situation is such a big impact for the company. எல்லாத்துக்கும் இம்பாக்ட் ஃபுல்லா இருந்தாலுமே கூட scalability of business was too high during this peak pandemic, even during the second peak of COVID right now. So I think like ரொம்ப tougher situation தான், but we were able to manage in very very large scale. I'll share you my email ID, sir. I'll share. Nice presentation. Are you specific about veggies and fruits? Definitely we are specific about veggies and fruits because we start expanding our operations to cereals or might be to groceries, then people might start getting into எனக்கு அந்த ப்ராடக்ட் இந்த ப்ராடக்ட் 40-50 ப்ராடக்ட் வந்துரும், எங்களால அதை ஹேண்டில் பண்ண முடியாம போயிடும். So we are very precise and particular about building into veggies and fruits as of now until growth of until close to 3-4 months அப்புறம் பாத்துக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. we don't have check oils actually. பிசினஸ்க்காக நான் இந்த இனிஷியேட்டிவ்ல ஃபுல்லா பிசினஸ் மட்டுமே நான் யோசிக்கல. பட் இத ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வித்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணிட்டு then we can go into next process அப்படின்றதுல I'm very clear and very precise. So சும்மா அவசரப்பட்டு ஒன்ன விஷயத்தை பண்ணிட்டு we lost at some point, then everything will be on loss. So we are very precise to become value chain, ஒரு fresh value chain அதை build பண்றதுக்கு we are trying actually. So ரொம்ப கான்சன்ட்ரேட்டடா we are thinking. Kadalur we can work on that actually. Nagapattinam and Kadalur we can definitely work, and I'll share you the franchisee proposal. At any point I'll share you my mail ID and phone number where you can get in touch with our people, and our people will be helping you on that company. No issues. And I also have an IVR call center where you can get directly you can call the call center and let people know that where you are from and what you do, and according to that we'll send you the proposal. You can go through it. The call center number is 8822236622. And this is our call center number where you can directly call us anytime, and you can understand what we actually do, where we operate, and if you wanted to be part of the company, then you can talk to them. And any proposal in value addition, yeah, we are working towards it. Might be very soon. Thanks for your response. Thank you, madam. Thank you. Normally, startups try to sell once they get a good price. Will you run yourself or you follow startup route of selling when you get big value of when a bigger company wants to cut competition by takeover? No, sir, we don't compromise at any point. We just wanted to continue the same what we are actually trying to do right now. We are trying as much as possible. We don't charge for deliveries. We don't charge for packing. Also, you already know if a customer orders for 300, the cost of delivery, cost of packing will be somewhere around 50 rupees in INR. So 350 rupees எங்களுக்கு 300 ஆர்டர் வருதுன்னா procurement cost will be around 150-175 rupees, close to 60-65%, in which 15-20% will be on to packing and delivery, or 15% தான் will be on balance. அதுல ரிசோர்ஸோட ஹேண்ட்லிங் ரிசோர்ஸோட காஸ்ட்லாம் இருக்கு. ஸோ பெரிய கம்பெனி எல்லாம் டேக் ஓவர் பண்றப்ப இல்ல பெரிய அக்வைசேஷன் எல்லாம் போறப்ப never ever we don't do that actually. I promise we don't. You are app name Veggie Root. You are is supply chain or any agri consultancy? What I cannot understand. Sorry for that. Can you be very precise on that particular point? Without a cold storage, how we are managing warehouses? Cold storage doesn't. Warehouse வந்து cold storage இருக்கணும் அவசியம் கிடையாது. On an everyday basis, அதான் சொன்னேன் அன்னைக்கு அந்த next week 1 week உடைய forecast மட்டும் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கேற்ற மாதிரி we procure from farmers and we deliver to customers. So forecast பண்றதை பேஸ் பண்ணி தான் ஒர்க் ஆகும். Even if you wanted to expand it to million customer, then definitely you have to have a warehouse, but not immediately possible. But definitely we can do it as much as fast as possible. I think like it will be into existence very soon. Yeah. And how did you forecast the demand at each stage of supply chain? Forecasting the demand at each stage of supply chain is always like understanding 4 different modules. One is the retail chain, the retail outlets nuடைய pricing. Second is பிக் பாஸ்கெட், நிஞ்சா காட் மாதிரி அவங்களுடைய pricing, பிக் பாஸ்கெட்டுடைய ஓவரால் pricing for the next 1 week என்னன்றது எங்களுக்கு முதல்ல தெரிய வந்துருச்சு ஆக்சுவலி. பிகாஸ் நெக்ஸ்ட் 1 வீக்ல நெக்ஸ்ட் 2 days அவங்களோட pricing எப்படி வைப்பாங்கன்றது தெரியும். And third might be supermarkets and hypermarkets, which is so-called Orchard, or might be Reliance, அவங்கள மாதிரி பெரிய retail outlets, retail stores like supermarkets and hypermarkets, அவங்களுடைய pricing அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்றோம். And also like எங்களை மாதிரி ஆல்ரெடி இந்த B2C supply chain குள்ள இருக்கக்கூடிய big entities or like small entities, அவங்க நேம் சொல்ல விரும்பல, பட் அவங்களுடைய pricing அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணி தான் we fix a pricing for the produce. Also by understanding the demand in the market. இந்த வீக் வந்து எனக்கு இந்த 1 week வந்து கோயம்புத்தூர் இந்த மாதிரி 11 districts வந்து இட் இஸ் ஆன் ஹோல்ட் ஆக்சுவலி பண்ணக்கூடாதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டாங்க. ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட் 1 week அப்புறம் மக்களுடைய எதிர்பார்ப்பு என்னவா இருக்கும், மக்கள் என்னென்னலாம் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆர்டர் பண்ணுவாங்கன்றது we'll be able to understand because we're into the field obviously. இதை பத்தி எல்லாரும் பத்தி தெரிஞ்சாதான் will be a value, ஒரு பெரிய வேல்யூடிஷன் அந்த கம்பெனிக்கு இருக்கும். ஸோ ஆப்வியஸ்லி இட் இஸ் நாட் சம்திங் லைக் இட்ஸ் நாட் அ பிசினஸ் வேர் சம்திங் லைக் காலைல போற மார்க்கெட்ல எடுக்கிறோம் கொண்டு வந்து கொடுக்குறோன்றது இட்ஸ் நாட் அ பிசினஸ் ஆக்சுவலி. இட்ஸ் ஆல்வேஸ் லைக் building of values into different perspectives where we understand the demand of customers from what actually customer needs for the next 1 week. So ஒரு 4 customer கிட்ட பேசுறப்பே we will be able to understand. So according to that we derive. Also pricing will be understandable by understanding different models and different structures.
Hello, I'm 24 hours late, Arjun. Happy birthday. Yeah, but I wanted to talk to you. I got stuck with something then. Generally no proper reason.
And we at Madurai, okay, sorry, Tambaram, you are having warehouse or need any space? Sir, Tambaram, we already have a warehouse. It's been operated by a person called Ranjit, who has been operating in Tambaram. So we already have a space. Any agriculture consultancy work for farmers you are from your side? Yeah, it is not a consultancy. We don't do business with farmers. I mean, we don't want to involve ourselves as business with farmers, but definitely we are helping them. Not like 100 acres or 200 acres of land which farmers are not going to help actually, because they already have good resource, already have good knowledge about it. 2 acre 2 acre வச்சிருக்க ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்படுற farmers, we help them to understand the real thing. We at Madurai having a farmer producer company with 600 farmers growing all the products. We are interested to help with you. Definitely we can work on it, sir, and we'll connect on the same. We'll definitely travel sometime to Madurai when we are on the way to Kanyakumari or Tirunelveli. We'll sometime catch up and we'll discuss on that. We are interested to taking, yeah sir, franchisee in Anna Nagar. Anna Nagar from Coimbatore till Anna Nagar. Anna Nagar is completely a particular zone where we can have a franchisee. I'll share you the franchise details very soon. It's about 1.99 actually. Yeah, high 9. 8822236622. I have posted the number above. Actually, it is a call. It is our customer care number where you can know about the franchise details. Yeah, how you meet shortage in customer requirement if there is no? It is not mandatory to have a big storage system to understand customer requirements. Actually, எனக்கு நாளைக்கு என்ன ஆர்டர்ஸ் இருக்கோ 6 மணிக்கு ரிசீவ் பண்றேன், 6 மணிக்கு மேல ப்ரொக்யூர்மெண்ட் நடக்குது, காலையில 8 மணிக்கு கஸ்டமர்ஸ் ரீச் ஆகுது, அவ்வளவுதான். ஸோ I'm just trying to evolve with a same day delivery. I mean the next day delivery, not the same day delivery. இன்னைக்கு கஸ்டமர் இப்போ உடனே ஆர்டர் பண்ணேன், நான் உடனே half an hourல I can't deliver. I make customers to understand that the same day delivery slot is not available. So make them to understand that next day delivery slot available இருக்கு, வேணா ஆர்டர் பண்ணிக்கோ சொல்லி நான் சொல்லுவேன் actually. And yeah, and talk about profit for a farmer, how much percent increase in profit compared to selling to mandis. Obviously இப்போ already சொன்ன மாதிரி ரெண்டு different perspective. One is we don't bargain and they have good profits there. Actually ஒரு 5 ரூபா 10 ரூபா வரைக்கும் bargain பண்ற mandis நிறைய இருக்காங்க, middlemen நிறைய இருக்காங்க. We don't bargain there, we have good profits. Second point might be it is about 20% of profits which farmers gain. Average markup with margin is about 15%. Yeah, 15%. Okay. Climate change impact. What is the role of indigenous plant security? So, see, we are just now evolving into food chain actually. We are not that experienced for 20-30 years. So, avlo per aspect la I know pogave illa. We are just now trying to understand with different set of applications. I am being very frank. There is nothing to hide here. So பெரிய அளவுல இன்னும் நான் evolve பண்ணல. I have been striving very hard. In fact, beyond that, we have also been talking to many segments of people. We also been learning actually. பெருசா நான் இன்னும் But we are very capable in building a business. We are very capable in building a brand. We are very capable in building, employing technology. But beyond that, we are not that much, capable in making, இன்னும் அவ்வளவு தூரம் படிக்கல, படிச்சுட்டு இருக்கோம், இன்னும் நிறைய லேர்னிங்ஸ் எடுத்துட்டு. Yes, I hope you got some understanding. So I'll post my LinkedIn ID over here. Then my connect. Yeah, we can have franchisee at Ernakulam. Possible, sir. Not a problem.
Shyam, there are some people who have raised their hands.
Yeah, sir. Please. You can unmute yourself and you can ask questions.
Sendil, you can unmute and ask your question. Go ahead, Sendil. Subhash, would you like to?
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Tariq. Shyam, an excellent presentation. Like your patient. I think you guys have cut your teeth to grow up here, and congratulations on it.
Thank you, sir.
I'm with an agriculture background, but I have few questions. Particularly, the number one question is on your franchisee. So you mentioned somewhere around 2 lakhs plus GST for 2 years.
Yeah.
That's roughly the franchisee upfront payment fee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and for that,
please go ahead, sir. Please. Sorry.
And for that 2 lakhs, what does a franchisee get? It gets your supply chain, your branding, and does the franchisee can give back produce that are not sold, or is the franchisee which has to take it up as the forecast and write it off in their books?
No, it is very simple actually. So what franchisee partners usually get is, like, we give them our technology, we give them mobile applications where franchisee partner doesn't invest, no need to invest on close to 5 lakhs or 6 lakhs investing on iOS and mobile applications. You already know there is huge level of investment called first perspective. Second is already a brand, a well-established brand that is being into a franchisee, then people will be able to recognize, and probably I have close to 15 brand ambassadors on board, where you people already know that I have 15 brand ambassadors on board, starting from Padmasri Papamal, adding up Professor Dr. E. Balagurusamy, who's a former Vice Chancellor of Anna University. So there are a lot many great people on board with us for the company as brand ambassadors. And that again builds a brand for the community, where people started noticing our brand. I invited everyone to launch the initiative. So that is again one more brand addition for for the franchisee owners. And apart from that, they don't need to invest on even they don't need to invest on getting a SIM card to address the customer's problems. So everything is automated, everything is into existence. And if they invest 2.35, it's about, we give them technology, we give them marketing support, we give them our resources, we give them trainings on the resources. We even hire resources to, for delivery, for packing, we give them the packing materials, but the cost of packing materials and cost of procurement should be paid by the franchisee owners themselves. And also we have accounting softwares, and everything is being offered from the company to the franchisee partners. And apart from that, within 3 months of time, they'll be able to take ROIs, which they invest. It's not high level of investments, because I don't want to make this as big revenue model for the company. And I just wanted to rope in many business entrepreneurs who wants to create a new business. Young bees who wants to create a new business. So I had few queries on for me saying, I have lots of money in my hand, but I just wanted to invest on your business. Many people inquired me to get a franchisee in Delhi, to get a franchisee in Hyderabad, but I don't want to rope in those people, because they are not very passionate, but they have lots of money in their hand. They wanted to invest on the idea. I see to that the business can grow at some point, but the customers cannot be satisfied at the point by having such people on board. So I'm very precise on that. And obviously beyond that, we help them with the procurements, we help them with supply chain concepts, and everything is being offered by the company. They only should operate. That's it. So they only should pack, and then they should deliver. Actually. Yeah.
So technically, a franchisee can use the framework what you gave to source locally and also sell in the prescribed format, or
No.
they have
No, they have to. We will definitely. They won't be able to source it from local markets actually, because we have to ensure quality on everyday basis. So only the company does the procurement. Even though if they are going to go ahead with the local procurement, we have FPOs being connected in each and every town. We have been tied up with Periyar University Business Incubation Confederation, where they have been working with FPOs, former producer organizations. And through those particular FPOs, we have concentrated FPOs who really deliver in the best quality as much as possible. And understanding the quality, we only procure it from them actually. Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks, Shyam. I have two more questions for you. One is on your payment type and return policy for the customers. So you gave a nice example about the Apple. Cash on delivery, or they pay before you put all your...
Sir, there are three perspectives actually. So one point I wanted to add here. So I had different customer experience last week. So in fact, we were on hold for the last 1 week, and a customer called up. We delivered during the complete lockdown which happened in Coimbatore. So customer was from Coimbatore. I don't want to mention the name actually. It was on Sunday we delivered close to, it was, the order value was around 1,033 rupees. In fact, I'm very precise on that. And she ordered close to 3 kgs of tomato. Because of peak lockdown, the shops are completely closed, and she ordered for 1,033 rupees. And what she did was, like, it was something called panic shopping. You already know panic shopping is there, being present in all segments of customers in and around different destinations right now. Even though, it happens actually, panic shopping happens here. And what we did was we delivered, and she stored complete vegetables, what she ordered from Veg Route into refrigeration unit. And அதை மொத்தமும் வந்து இந்த முந்தானத்து தான் she took out of the fridge actually. வெளியே எடுத்த உடனே வந்து அந்த லேடிஸ் ஃபிங்கர்ல ஏதோ ஒரு புழு ஏதோ இருந்திருக்கு. அப்புறம் காலிஃபிளவர் வந்து ஆப்வியஸ்லி தாங்கல, அவங்களோட ரெஃப்ரிஜரேஷன் தாங்கல. அண்ட் she called us and told, நீங்க என்னதான் ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் டெலிவரி பண்ணிருக்கீங்க, எதுவும் சரியா இல்ல, எதுவுமே சரியில்லை, அது இதுன்னு சொல்லி she started yelling at us. It was really shocked. Madam, already 1.5 hour ஆச்சு உங்கள்கிட்ட கொடுத்து, நீங்க 1.5 hourக்கு அப்புறம் கூப்பிட்டு கஸ்டமர் ஃபீட்பேக்ஸ் கொடுக்குறீங்க. how will be able to refund you back அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. And she started forcing that நான் வந்து நீங்க கொடுக்கலன்னா நான் வந்து உடனே எடுத்து உங்களை பத்தி Facebookல போட்டுருவேன், குரூப்ஸ்ல போட்டுருவேன், உங்களோட கம்பெனியை பத்தி எழுதிடுவேன் அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்க. I was very precise. மேடம், ஆல்ரெடி பாலிசி என்ன இருக்குன்னா 3 days தான் உங்களோட டைம், 3 days ரீஃபண்ட் பாலிசி இருக்கு. தாண்டிச்சுன்னா we can't refund anymore. And also உங்களுக்கு ஹானஸ்டா உங்களுக்கு வேணா நீங்க வேணும்னு சொல்லுங்க. ஆக்சுவலி I'm being very very open to customers. மேடம், உங்களுக்கு அப்படிதான் எனக்கு கண்டிப்பா 1 கிலோ ஆப்பிள் வேணா சொல்லுங்க, நான் கொண்டு கொடுக்குறதுக்கு we are ready. We don't want charge from you, but don't blame us. அதுதான் be very precise. Being a customer, you can't whatever you talk, we can't take it up actually as a company. இல்ல வந்து எங்களுடைய மக்களுக்கு மேல நீங்க என்ன பேசினாலும் நாங்க ஏத்துக்கிறோம் அப்படின்ற மைண்ட் செட்ல நீங்க ஒரு கஸ்டமரா நீங்க எப்பயும் இருக்காதீங்க. அந்த மைண்ட் செட்ல இருந்து தயவு செஞ்சு வெளியே வந்து நீங்க வந்து ஒரு ஸ்டேக் ஹோல்டரா நீங்க இருக்க பாருங்க. இந்த கம்பெனில எவ்வளவு லாஸ் ஒரு கம்பெனி ஃபேஸ் பண்ணுன்றது நீங்க அதுக்கு பின்னாடி யோசிக்காம, யூ டோன்ட் ஜஸ்ட் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் தட் ஒரு
வாங்க எப்படி வேணா அதுக்கு நடுவில் இது பண்ண சொல்லுங்க.
So, Shyam, that's an excellent answer, Shyam. Fantastic. I have a couple of more. One is on, you mentioned about the RPM model. Could you please elaborate on the RPM model that you mentioned?
RPM was developed and deployed by a different company in Bangalore actually. And they have been helping me out on understanding the procurement, understanding the billing values, getting into, invoice generation and all other concepts. That has made very simple. The work has made very simple. That has been handled by a person in our company. And RPA, it is completely automated tool software which has been given to us, whereas it is not a hardware actually. It's completely software, web application actually. And it makes our work simple from invoice generation until billing, until product overall listing of products, and then understanding the products which has been available into our inventory. Idellame understand RPA has made the work simple. Yeah.
Okay, it's an ERP that is on.
Yeah, ERP kind of thing, but it is a bit advanced than.
Okay. My
Although
last
we have inventory management application, but we thought of imparting this. We are doing.
my last thing, it is more not a question, but a little bit of a comment. I like your sticker analogy, what you mentioned there. Sticker picker. And on the other side, நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா customers go by looking at a sticker. There are big brands that are establishing to say, hey, if you find the sticker, the value chain, the entire food chain has been tracked, and it is fantastic. So அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு dichotomy இருக்குது in the customers. As a founder, CEO, the person of the company, what's your plan to educate customers that sticker is something that helps them to be more confident? என்ன பண்ணலாம்னு different பண்ணுவீங்க?
We can't keep on educating them actually. They are already, they already know complete தெரியும் sir. இதுதான் frank opinion. I just wanted to convey you this message actually. You might be into different business, இல்ல இதே business குள்ள நீங்க இருக்கலாம், இல்ல நீங்க ஒரு customer angle இருந்து கூட நீங்க கேட்கலாம், இல்ல என்னோட customer கூட நீங்க இருக்கலாம். I just wanted to convey this message very frankly. I don't want to hide it anymore. என்ன ரீசன்னா customers already know that what actually company does, and இது எங்கிருந்து வந்திருக்கு, இந்த ப்ரொடியூஸ் ஏன் ஸ்டிக்கர் ஒட்டிருக்காங்க, இந்த ப்ரொடியூஸ் எந்த கம்பெனி கிட்ட இருக்கு, இந்த கம்பெனி வாங்கி நம்ம கிட்ட கொடுத்துருக்காங்கன்ற வரைக்கும் they already know actually. ஹிமாலயன் ஆப்பிள்ஸ் அப்படின்னா ஹிமாலயாஸ்ல இருந்து வர ஆப்பிள்ஸ் ஸ்டிக்கர் ஒட்டி தான் வரும்ன்றது கஸ்டமர்ஸ் நல்லாவே தெரியும் actually. But when it is bought from retailers like big scale retailers like Reliance and other people, they won't ask any questions. அவங்கள்ட்ட போய் எந்த கேள்வியும் கேட்க மாட்டோம். அவங்கள்ட்ட போய் பிளாங்கா அவங்க பாட்டுக்கு போவாங்க, ஒரு 2 பேக் எடுப்பாங்க, மொத்தமா ப்ரொக்யூர் பண்ணுவாங்க, கொண்டு பில் போடுவாங்க, வெளியே வந்துருவாங்க. பட் கம்பெனிஸ் லைக் அஸ், நம்ம எவ்வளவு தூரம் சோசியலா இறங்கி எல்லாம் பண்ணாலுமே கூட நம்ம மேலதான் எல்லாமே விழுகும், நம்ம மேலதான் தூக்கி எல்லா கல்லையும் நம்ம மேலதான் வீசுவாங்க ஆக்சுவலி. So we can't keep on educating them. So their mindset should change at some point. இவ்வளவு தூரம் இந்த பசங்க எல்லாம் சேர்ந்து ஒரு விஷயத்தை கொண்டு ஃபார்மர்ஸ்க்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்றாங்க, டிரான்ஸ்ஜெண்டர்ஸ் எம்ப்ளாய் பண்றாங்க, இதெல்லாம் பண்றாங்க. இது ஸ்டிக்கர் ஒரு பிரச்சனையா அப்படின்றது ஆப்பிள் நல்லா இருக்காங்க கூட பாக்குறது இல்ல, ஸ்டிக்கர் தான் ஒரு பிரச்சனையான்றதுதான் இப்ப மிகப்பெரிய இஷ்யூவா பார்க்கப்படுது. சோ அதுதான் நான் சொன்னேன், சார் உங்களுக்கு ஸ்டிக்கர் தான பிரச்சனை, கொடுங்க, நான் கிழிச்சு கொண்டு திருப்பி கொடுக்குறேன், இது பண்ணி கொண்டு கொடுக்குறேன், பீல் பண்ணி கொண்டு கொடுக்குறேன்னு சொன்னேன். பாத்துக்கோப்பா அப்படின்னு சொன்னாரு. அகைன் அதை கொண்டு கொடுத்தனால யூ டோன்ட் பிலீவ், அவரு ஒருத்தர் சாட்டிஸ்ஃபை பண்ணனால எனக்கு கிட்டத்தட்ட 140 அபார்ட்மெண்ட்ஸ் அங்க இருக்கு, எனக்கு 140 கஸ்டமர்ஸ் அங்க எனக்கு இருக்காங்க ஆக்சுவலி. அந்த ஒரு கஸ்டமர் எனக்கு திட்டாருன்னு சொல்லி நான் அதை போங்க வேணாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நான் வெளியே வந்திருந்தேன் அப்படின்னா I could have lost 140 customers now, which is closely to 30,000 rupees revenue per week, closely to 1.2 lakhs a month of revenue. ஒரு கஸ்டமர் கிட்டத்தட்ட 1000 ரூபாய்க்கு வாங்குறாங்க ஆக்சுவலி. per day per week they get around 1000 rupees. ஒரு 30 கஸ்டமர் தொடர்ந்து வாரம் வாங்கிட்டே இருக்காங்க, மாசத்துக்கு 120 கஸ்டமர். 20 கஸ்டமர் ஆப்வியஸ்லி நம்மள நம்பவே மாட்டாங்க ஆக்சுவலி. அந்த 20 கஸ்டமர் எனக்கு வேண்டாம் தான் நான் நினைக்கிறேன். வந்தா ஏதோ ஒரு குத்தம் சொல்லாம போவே மாட்டாங்க. So we can't keep on educating the customers at some point. So they should themselves understand how hard people are working to deliver it to us, and probably விலையும் கம்மியா இருக்கணும், குவாலிட்டியும் பெஸ்டா இருக்கணும், பேக்கிங்கும் நல்லா இருக்கணும், டைமுக்கும் வரணும், அதே சமயத்துல எந்த பிரச்சனையும் இல்லாம வரணும், உடனே கால் கூப்பிட்டா உடனே ஆன்சர் பண்ணணும். இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய பிரச்சனைகள் இதுல பார்க்கப்படுது சார். So it's not alone the quality, what I'm talking about.
Yeah, thanks, Shyam. I think I can share more details of my experience offline. I want to leave you with a parting question. What's the percentage of returning customers on that note?
80% of retention is happening.
80%.
Obviously, I have goodwill between 18 years and 30 years வரைக்கும் இருக்க யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ் நான் கஸ்டமர்ஸ் நிறைய வச்சிருக்கேன். Rather than having their parents, I have 18 to 30, 35 years of age as my customers. So 80% of retention happens because they are the one who understands well.
Yeah. Shyam, thank you very much. Excellent.
Thank you.
Wish you all the best, and hopefully our roads cross somewhere to say hello. All the best. Thanks for the organization.
Yeah. Over to Mr. Ravi.
Thank you, Shyam. வாழ்த்துக்கள்.
நன்றி சார்.
ஏன்னா நாங்க ஃபார்மர்ஸ் கம்யூனிட்டியோட ஒர்க் பண்றதுனால இதோட டிஃபிகல்டிஸ் எல்லாமே தெரியும். அதனாலதான் ஐ வில் கீப்லி வாட்சிங் யுவர் ஸ்பீச் எவ்ரி மொமெண்ட். எங்க ஃபார்மர்ஸ்ல கொஞ்சம் பேர் தான் இருக்காங்க, பட் ஆர்கானிக் இது வெஜிடபிள்ஸ்க்குனே இருக்காங்க. மதுரையில ஏர்முனைன்னு ஒருத்தவங்க இருக்காங்க, அதே மாதிரி இருக்காங்க. will definitely connect with you. அதே மாதிரி பிரான்சைசி மாடல்ல ஒரு எங்களுக்கு வந்து ஒரு மாடலா கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா we will also showcase our excellence.
Definitely, sir. We'll do it, sir. We'll do it.
Thank you. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.